Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Knit Crochet Tejido. Today I'm going to teach you how to knit this beautiful hat. It was a request from William. I know he's going to love it when he see it. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're going to need to make it. If you are not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you wanted to see in English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel. You'll find the English version in there. Also, you can send me a message and I can send you the link. For this hat, I'm going to use this material. This one is a leftover yarn from Loose and Thread Impeccable, medium 4, 100% acrylic, white. And this one is the leftover from the pumpkin hat that I did for William. So I think I have enough here. If it's not enough, I still have two more in the package that came like that. About this at Michael's. It's fashion plus Mexican value, 100% acrylic. And the color I know is like a charcoal with some specks, because I have other charcoals and it's pretty much the same. There's no black. And it's a medium 4 because it's the same thickness as this one. I'm going to use this round counter, that is my main marker. I'm going to use other markers to mark each design of the motif. The circular needle are my Xiaogu 4.5 millimeter with the shortest cable, 8 inches 20 centimeter. I'm going to guide myself by measurements, and I'll give you the measurement and the round as well. And you're going to need tapestry needle and scissor, and of course the chart. I made this chart, was a request from William, and I just did the chart. You're going to need this. I'm going to leave a picture in my Facebook page, Ruby Knit Crochet Tejido, and in my Instagram, Ruby Knit Crochet Tejido. Also, you can take a screenshot on your cell phone, just right here, and you can recreate this in a graph paper like this, with little squares. So now we're going to start making our lovely hat. The motif is multiple of 12, so I'm going to do 84 cast on plus 1 to close the circumference. If you want this hat smaller, you can take off 12 stitches, or you can change the needle size to a 4 millimeter and the hat will be much smaller. And if you want a bigger, like for an adult size, you can add 12 stitches, or you can increase the size of the needle to a 5 millimeter and the hat will be much bigger than this one. So for this one, I'm going to do 84 plus 1. This is for William. I'm going to leave it there long enough to cast on my stitches. I'm going to do a slip knot. And I'm going to start my long tail cast on. So once I have my stitches cast done, I will close the circumference and I will start working on the border or brim of our hat. I close the circumference. Now I'm gonna work a 1 by 1 rib for the border or brim for 6 inches. So I start with a net, 1 purl, 1 net, 1 purl. So I will keep track of the rounds of the border or brim. You don't have to keep track if you don't want to, if you have a measurement tape. But if you don't, you have to keep track, because I will give you how many rounds I will do and the measurement for the border or brim for those 6 inches. That for the other one was 36 round. So for the chart, you have to keep track of the round. For that one, you have to keep track. because you need to know which round you are doing in your hat according with the chart, you know, that way you don't get lost when you're working the design. So you started with a net in this round and you're going to finish with a purl. I finished the first round and I'm going to start the second one exactly the same. One net, one purl, one net, one purl. Like that, I'm going to continue doing this for 6 inches because mine is a folded brim. If you want a single brim that you don't want to fold in half, you can do from 2 to 2.5 inches. That depends on the size of the hat that you're making. But for mine, it's a 6 inches because I want to fold this in half for William. That way his ears are nice and warm. You know, the Canadian winter are really, really cold. So I need to keep him warm. So when I have my 6 inches, I will meet you here. I finished the border and I did 6 inches, 32 rounds. I thought there was more that I have to do, but no, 32. And that is almost 15.5 centimeters. So now we're going to start with the round 1 of the chart. And round 1, 2, and 3 is a knitted round with this color. I'm going to work off camera in those rounds, but when I have 4 stitches left to end round 3, I will meet you here to trap the white behind this color in order to work with the white in round 4. So you're going to knit 3 rounds, but remember, leave 4 stitches before the last round, and then I will show you how you're going to trap the white. I'm almost done round 3. I have 4 stitches left. Now I'm going to show you how you're going to trap the white. You're going to cap here, and that is the strand that you're working. So you're going to put the white on the top. And you're going to come here and work this net. You see, you're trapping that strand in here. Now you're going to cap here. You're going to pass the needle through, and you're going to put the white in between the 2 needle tips, and you're going to wrap. As to knit with this one, you're going to lift the white out of the way and you're going to pull out that one and strap again. Now you do this one, and then in this one you do again in between the 2 needles. You wrap, you lift out of the way, and you're done. Round 3. You're going to lift that color in here, and now with the white you're going to do 2 rounds, round 4 and 5. But when I finish this one, I'm gonna show you how you're gonna work in here to make the round even. I forgot to do that with the pumpkin, so it's uneven in this round, in the straight. I finished round 4. Now what you're gonna do is the lower stitch of this charcoal color, the dark color, you're gonna lift it and you're gonna bring it up, and you're gonna knit it together with that white. And then you're going to continue knitting round 5. You're going to change in round 6 to the charcoal, the dark one. I'm going to call it the main color, the white and the main color. You're going to change to that one, and then you're going to do exactly the same as I did with the white after you finish that round, the first round, number 6. You will lift the stitch, the lower stitch, bring it up, and do those 2 together. After that, you do around 7 and 8. You know, these 3 rounds, 6, 7, and 8, are with the main color or the charcoal. And then in 9, we start with this part of the graph, the crossbones. They look more like a pirate flag. I realize that now. So I will meet you here after I've done those rounds. Finished round 5. Now I'm gonna work round 6 with this one, but the first stitch I'm gonna do it with the white after you pass the marker, and then you leave the white there, and then you're gonna work with this one all your stitches. I finished that round, and I wanted to show you by doing the first stitch with the white, and here you see it's nice and even. It's more even in here. I didn't have to lift the stitch up. I just left it like that, and it's perfect, nice and even in this lower part. Now I'm gonna continue working in this round 7, and I will do 8, and then we will start working on 9 with the beginning of the design. But first I'm gonna go downstairs and do some exercise. I'm not doing any recording of my exercising. I did one video, and then I felt like I wasn't ready to be doing exercise and a video. So sometimes I do the treadmill, sometimes I go on the the bicycle, the spinning bike, and sometimes do some weights and stuff like that, but I don't feel like recording myself, not yet. So after I finish round 8, I will exercise, have a shower, and then I'll come back to work on round 9. I finished round 8. Now we're gonna start with this part of the motif, or the design. We're gonna do 2 of the main color. I call this one the main color because it's the one that you use the most, and then the white. So 2 of the main color, 1 white, and you're gonna do 7 of the main color, 1 white, and 1 of the main color. So in between the 7 we have to trap the white, that way that strand is not too long in the back. So what we're gonna do, I want to bring the white up, so I'm gonna bring the white like this on top of this one, because the white is 3 round down, so I will be now level with this one on the top. So that's 1 and 2 of the main color, 1 of the white. I'm gonna leave the white there. 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna trap the white in here, and only when I trap the white in the 7, I'm gonna do it this way. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring that one in here. I'm gonna wrap the white as to net. I'm gonna wrap the main color. I'm gonna remove the white out of the place, and I'm gonna pass the working main color. So make sure that you have them like this. You see it's already trapped in that strand, and make sure that you have a nice length of this white in the back between those stitches. So I have 4, 5, 6, and 7. You're going to open those stitches that you did, those 3, and you're going to do 1 white and 1 of the main color. And now we're going to place a marker. I like to place marker, that way I know each motif when it begin and end, to guide myself by the chart. So if you don't want to put a marker, you don't have to, but I like to keep track of what I'm doing. So you want to start with 2 of the main color. Now you have 3 in between the white, so you have to open those 3 and do 1 white. And I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to pass this one in here just for to trap the white in the next one. So as to net, you wrap this one, remove the white, bring this one back, and then work with this one, and you trap the white in there. So I have 4, 5, 6, and 7, 3, yep. 1 white. Make sure that you have this strand long enough that you have enough space to stretch. Open these 3 and do one white, and now one of the main color, and you're gonna place a marker. I'm gonna show you another way that you can trap the white without doing that, passing the yarn back and forth, but I like to do that because I'm only trapping the white in one stitch. The other way you have to trap them in 2, and it's more possibility that you can see through the white than doing it this way, because the color different is almost like black and white, and you will see it through if you don't do it properly in here. That's why I'm doing this back and forth with the yarn. So I'll show you the other way that you can trap the strand, but you have to trap it in 2 places, and you'll see. So you're gonna do 1 and 2, open those 2, do a white, make sure that you have a nice length. I always mention that making sure that you have a nice length in here, because it's very you know, like heartbreaking. Once you finish doing your hat, at the end you see that you have to undo all your work, because you don't gonna have any stretch. You have to make sure, I'm telling you because I had the experience of the beginning of color work, that I done hats, beautiful color hats, and they were pretty much garbage because nobody can wear it because they were too tight in the top and too loose in this place. So I've already been there, done that. So 1, 2, and 3. The other way to trap in here is you put it in between the 2 needles, you wrap, remove the white, you see, you trap it in here. That's 1, and then when you do the next one, you trap it again. And it's the possibility that you can see it through. Usually you don't, but I don't want to take that chance. Even this yarn have this little white little fluffs. I don't want to take the chance. I just want to. I will pass it over this way. I will wrap this one, and I will wrap this one. I will remove that one, and then I will pass this one through and a strap. Maybe for you it's a lot of work, but for me, I don't mind. So 1, 2, and 3 for 7. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Open those 3. Do a white in one of this color. Place the marker, and like that you're going to continue all the way until the end, that you're going to finish with one of the main color. I finished round 9, and now we're going to work on 10, and 10 is easy, but you don't have to trap anything. It's only when you have 7 stitches, so it's not that often that we're going to do that. Now you're going to do 1 of the main color, 3 white, 5 of the main color, and 3 white. I already did these 2 in Spanish, so when you do the first one, you're going to have 2 stitches, you know, that you have to separate when you do the white, because you finish with 1 and you start with 1. But I already did that in Spanish, and I'm in here, so you have to make sure that you open always the stitches in order to work this nice long strand in the back, but not too long neither, because and then it will be too loose. Just enough that when you open you don't have any pull from these ones. So that's 1 of that, 3 of these. So you open those 3, you do 5 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna open those 5. You're gonna do 3 white. 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna pass your marker. You're gonna open those 3, and you're gonna come with this one. You're gonna do 1 and then 3 with a white. 1, 2, and 3. Even here where you have 1 in here, you have to make sure that you have a nice separation in between. That way this one have enough room to move. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Open those 5. 3 white. And like that, you're going to continue round number 10. Number 11, 3 of the main color, 3 white, 1 main color, 3 white, 2 main color. I already did this too, so you finish with 3 white, the round 10, so you start with 3 of the main color, so you don't have a lot of, only 3 stitches here in between the whites. But now, since I did those in Spanish, you're gonna have 5. But you only have to make sure that you open your stitches. Like I mentioned, I'm only gonna trap when I have 7 stitches, because you have 5, 6, is the most that I can go without trapping in the back. But 5, 4, there's no need. As long as you have a nice length for your strand. 1, 2, and 3. Open those 3. Main color. 1, 2, and 3. Open those 3. 2 with this one. 1 and 2. Pass the marker again. 3, 1, 2, and 3. So you have 5 of this color. You have to open those 5 and do 1, 2, 3 white. Open those 3. 1 of these. 1, 2, and 3, and 2 of these. And pass your marker. And you're going to work like that all the way around of round 11. We're going to start round 12, and in this one we had to trap again, because we're going to start with 5 of the main color. We're going to do 3 white and then 4 of the main color, and then in the next one you will have 9 stitches in here, so you need to trap. So you finish here with 2, so you have to do 5. So we're going to do 1, 2, I have 4, and then since these ones are white, don't matter if I trap the other way, because in white on white you don't gonna see the difference. So I'm gonna put the white in between, pull it out, and do the next white. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more is 5. I'm gonna open those You see, you have the stitch trap in here and those two. Make sure that in here is nice and loose. And you're gonna do 3 white. 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna open those 3 and you're gonna do 4 with this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're gonna pass your marker. So you're gonna pass the marker, and I'm gonna do 1. I'm gonna open those 5. I'm gonna trap in here 1, and the next one I have 3, 4, and 5. Open those 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're gonna pass your marker, and again, you see I have 4 in here, and I only do 1 before I trap, because otherwise I will have too many. I already have 5, 4 at the end and 1 at the beginning, and then I will trap here. And I don't mind having the white here because I already have more white around. Here at the beginning I don't have that much white, so I don't want it to be visible, but here you don't gonna notice if it peek through. So I trap in the second one, and we'll trap in the third one as well. Usually when you do that, it trap in 2 places. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you only have to open those 3 stitches, you see, because you trap in this one, and you're gonna do 1, 2, and 3. Open those 3 and 4 with this one, and like that is how you're gonna continue round. I finished round 12. We're gonna work in 13. 13 is the same as 11. You're gonna do 3 at the main color, 3 at white, 1 main color, 3 white, and 2 main color. But we finished with 4, and we're gonna start with 3. That will be 7 stitches. That's too long. I need to trap, but I don't can trap exactly in the same spot as I did before. If I trap between 1 and 2, I will see visible around in between 2. So what I'm gonna do, you'll never trap them in the same spot, one row after the other, because you will see it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna undo the last stitch, number 4 in here, and I'm gonna trap it between this one and the first one. So what I'm gonna do is put it in between, wrap, lift the white out, make sure that you have a nice space in here, and then you're gonna pass the marker, and then you're gonna do 1, 2, and 3, and you trap behind, and you don't want to see it in the front like that. So now I have to do 3 white, 1, 2, and 3. Open those 3, one of these, 1, 2, and 3. Open those 3, and 2 at the main color. And you only have to trap there at the beginning, because you have 7 that you finish with 4 and start with 3, because now you're gonna start with 3 and you're only gonna have 5 in between, so you don't need to trap in here. Working in row 14, you're gonna do 1 of the main color, 3 of the white, 5 of the main, and 3 of the white. So I already worked these 2 in Spanish, so I have to jump here and do 1 of the main color, 1, 2, 3 white, and you see I always have my extra nice and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Open those 5 and 3 white, 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna pass your marker, and again 1 on the main color, 1, 2, 3 white, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Open those 5 and you're going to do 3 of the white. And like that you're going to continue round 14. We're going to work in 15. 15 is exactly the same as 9, so we have to trap in the 7 stitches, but I'm going to do it the regular way with the white in this hand. Like I mentioned before, we are working with white, and if it peak a little bit, you don't want to notice as much if it was in here, where you have more of this color at the beginning. So you're going to start with 2 of the main color. I already did those 2 in Spanish, so 1 of the white, 1, 2, and 3. Between 4 and 5 I'm going to trap. 4 I put it in between the needles, and then 5 trap again. Right. Make sure that this is nice and loose in those 3 stitches. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to open those 3, do a white, and 1 of the main color. You see, I'm going to see the white there. So you're going to pass your marker. Again, 2 of the main color. Open those 3. 1 white, 1, 2, and 3. Open those 3, and between 4 you pass your white, left, trap, and trap again. That is 4 and 5, 6, and 7. Open those 3 and do a white and the main color. And pass your marker, and you're going to do the same repetition again. And we're almost done with this part of the bones, and then we're going to start with this part of the head, of the skull. We're gonna work in round 16. That's 5 of the main color, 3 of white, and 4 of the main color. That means we're gonna have 9 stitches in between each skull. So we have to do some trapping of the strand in the back. So here we have to do 5. So I'm gonna do 1, 2. I'm gonna trap here between 3 and 4. I'm gonna do number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now I'm gonna do 3 at white. 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna open those 3, and you're gonna do 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're gonna pass your marker, and now I'm gonna trap between 1 and 2. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. That way we don't have the long strand in between here. We only have this one here and this one in between these 4 stitches here that you're gonna open. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to open those 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to open those 4, and here between 1 and 2 you're going to trap again, and you're going to continue now 5 and so on. You know, you have at 2 you have to do 3 black, 3 white, and 4 black. Black, no, charcoal or the main color. I'm gonna work in 17. You're gonna do 4 of the main color, 5 white, and 3 of the main color. That means we're gonna have 7 in between each skull, and that will be exactly the same in number 18 because there's 4 here and 3 at the end. So we have to make sure that we don't trap our stitches exactly in the same spot. Otherwise, you can see them. So I already did this one in Spanish. And since I start from the last round, you see I trap between 1 and 2. I don't can trap between 1 and 2. So I'm gonna do 1, 2. And you're gonna trap between 3 and 4. And then now you have to do 5 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white. You're gonna open those 5, and you're gonna do your 3, 1, 2, and 3. So now you're gonna have 5 in between and here, okay? Because if I work in here, you'll have 2 strands and it'll look like a white stitch in there. So 1, and you see in between that one as well, and 2. You're gonna open those, and in here you're gonna trap. 4, and then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're gonna open those 5 and 3 of this one. 2 and 3. So since you finish with 3 and you have to do 2 in order to not to trap in the same spot, you're going to have 5 stitches that you have to have in the strand. You see, long enough to cover those 5. That's 5 space. So this is number 3 and 4. and then 5 of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Open those 5. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to pass the marker and do exactly the same. 1 and 2. Open those 5, and then you're going to trap between this one. You see? That's all. And then 5 with the white. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Open those 5, and you finish with your 3. And you finish number 17. Now we're going to work on 18. In 18, you're going to start exactly the same with 4 of the main color. This time 2 white, 1 main color, 2 white, and 3. So you're going to have 7 again. But you don't can trap in the same spot of 17, but you can trap in the same spot of 16 because you had that 17 in between. So what we're going to do, I'm going to trap between the first one and the second one. You see? I have the dark strand there, so I can trap in here. I'm going to pass it in between. So between 1 and 2. I have 2, 3, and 4. Open those. I'm going to do 1 and 2. Open those 2. 1, 1, and 2. Open those 2 and finish with just 3 of this color. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to pass your marker, and again you're going to trap between 1 and 2, and then you're going to do 3 and 4. Open those and do 2, 1 and 2, do 1, 1 and 2, and 3. And like that you're going to continue in number 18. And we are at this point of the little nose. I finished 18. I'm gonna work in 19, and 19 and 20 are exactly the same, so I'm gonna show you how to do round 19, and then you will do 20 exactly the same, and then I will meet you here for 21. So you're gonna start with 3 of the main color, 1 white, 2 of the main color, 1 white, 2 of the main color, 1 white, and 2 of the main color. And this part we don't have to trap none. Except here we're gonna have 6 stitches, but we don't can trap between 1 and 2 because we already did that in the round before. So you have to make sure that you have a nice long strand in here between these 6. So you're gonna start with 3, 1, 2, and 3 because you finish with 3 in the round before and you start with 3, so you have 6. So now you have to do 1 white, nice in the tip, nice and long in here, enough space for these 6 stitches to move. Now 2 of this one, 1 white, open those 2, 1 white, 2 of this one, 1 white, oops, one white and two of this one. You're going to pass your marker and you're going to do exactly the same. So you're going to pass your marker, and now you're only going to have 5 because you finished with 2, and you're going to start with 3. That's 1, 2, and 3. And remember exactly what we're doing in this one, you will do in the next one. And then you're going to do, open those 5, do 1 white, 2 of the main color, 1 white, 2 of the main color, 1 white, and the last 2 of the main color, 1 and 2. You're going to pass your marker and do exactly the same. You're going to start with 3 and you're going to finish with 2. Work those 2 rounds and I will meet you here for round 21. So round 21 and 22 are exactly the same. So I'm going to show you how to work 21 and then you'll do the same in 22. And then I will meet you here for 23. So what you're going to do is 3 of the main color, 7 white, and 2 of the main color. This time we have to trap the main color behind the center of the white, otherwise the strand will be too long. It's very easy. So you're going to start with 3, 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to show you how much yarn I have left from that ball. Once you have 3, you're going to open those 5 because you finished with 2 and start with 3. So you're going to open those 5 and you're going to do 1, 2, and 3. You're going to open those 3 and you're going to go in 4. As you're going to knit with this one, you wrap and then you wrap the white, you remove that one, and then you pull up the white. So I'll show you one more time. Very easy. So you come here, like you're going to knit with this color, you wrap and then you wrap the white as well, you remove that one and pass the white through. And that will be trapped in here and you don't want to see it in this side. So I have 4, 5, 6, and 7. You're going to open those 3 stitches and then you're going to finish with 2 of the main color. So you're going to pass your marker, you're going to start with 3, 1, 2, and 3. Open those 5. You're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then number 4. As you're going to knit with this one, but you don't, you pass the white, remove that one, and pass through the white. You have 4, 5, 6, and 7. You're going to open those stitches and then you're going to do 2 with this one. And I will show you one more time since you have to do the next one exactly the same as this one. You're going to pass your marker. You're going to start with 1, 2, 3. You open those 5. With the white, you're going to do 1, 2, and 3. You're going to open those 3. You come with this one, you wrap the white, you remove that one, and you pass through the white. You have 4, 5, 6, and 7 white. You're going to open those stitches and you come here with this one and do the 2 with that one. You're going to pass your marker and you're going to do exactly the same repetition and here, and then when you finish you will do the same in the next round. So I'll meet you here in round 23. And don't matter if you trap your black or your main color charcoal, well, it's almost like a black, in the same spot in the center, because by trapping the way I'm showing you how to trap that one is a single stitch, you don't see it. Only when you do it in between the needles is that you trap in 2 different spaces that is more visible. I'm gonna finish round 22, but I only have this little bit left here. It's not enough to do the next round, so at the beginning I want to change my ball of yarn. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just showing you just in case this happened to you. I'm gonna trap in here, so I'm gonna pass over here, and the first one I'm gonna be very trapped because this is loose because we have the long strand. So what we're gonna do is in between this one we're gonna net the first one, and then in the second one we're gonna put it in between the needles, and then you're gonna pass your marker and you're gonna do the first one still with that strand. Now you're gonna leave that one there. That's too long for me. I'm gonna cut that and I'm gonna leave it here. Now I'm gonna work with a new ball of yarn in number 23. 23 you have to do 4 of the main color, 5 white and 3 the main color, so we're gonna have 7 we have to trap. That way it's not that long in those 7, but here in the beginning we don't have to trap if you don't want. So I have 1, but I think I will in between 2 and 3 I will trap, and I will do number 4. So I have 4 here, that way that white strand is not that long because I will have 6. Let me make sure that it's not too tight in here. Let me move it a little bit. I think it's a little bit tight somewhere in here. Yeah. So there. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have to do 5 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white. I'm gonna open those 5 and I'm gonna do 1, 2, and 3. So now we have to trap again. After you pass the marker, we're gonna trap between 1 and 2, that way we don't have 7 stitches. So what you're gonna do is put it in between the needles, and then the next one you have 2, 3, and 4. You're gonna open those stitches and you're gonna do your 5 white, and then you're gonna finish with 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open those 5 and finish with 3 at the main color. 1, 2, and 3. Pass your marker and do the same repetition. I will show you one more time. You're gonna pass your marker, so you're gonna trap in between 1 and 2, 3, and 4, and make sure it's easy to forget. You see, I forgot to. So when I did the trapping, I forgot to leave that loose in those 3 stitches. So it's very easy to forget. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Open those 5. 1, 2, and 3, and that's what you're gonna do in this round number 23. And this is the last round with the white and the skull, because the 24 is all of the main color. I finished round 23, and I finished working color work with the white. I just have to do one more stripe like this by working with a 2 strand, no more, that's it. So now you're going to work 24, 25 and 26 with the main color. You're going to do a stripe with 27, 28 with the white, and you can cut the white there. And you can work 29, 30, 31, 32 and measure your hat. This one will be for William and will be from the border 8.5 inches. That will be 22 centimeters. So 22 centimeters, 22 and a half, give or take, you know. So right now I have 6.5 inches. I will have to work 2 more inches. And here at the top. So depend on the size that you make in your hat. Like I mentioned, this one is for William and is 8.5, 22 centimeters. And that is from 3 to 10 years old. If you're doing one from 1 year to 3 years old, 8 inches, 20.5 centimeters from 6 months to 12 months. 7.5 inches, 19 centimeters from 3 to 6 months, 7 inches, 18 centimeters, and you're making this for a newborn baby, 6 inches, 15 centimeters, give or take. So I'm gonna work those round. So I'm gonna continue working with, I'm gonna leave the white there because I had to do the stripe after 3 rounds, and this was the extra tail that I have here from the yarn that from this part that left there. So I'm gonna trap that strand as I work to make it tighter. Something here weird. Oh yeah, that's because I record in Spanish and I trap it there and it went through. So you're gonna work trapping if you are in this situation. But probably not. I'm going to be trapping in one stitch in between the needle and the other one one in between and the other one no. And like that I will trap as long as I can, and I'll continue in this round like this. So I do 24, 25 and 26 with the main color, 27 and 28 with white, and from there, from after the 28, you'll continue with the main color until you have the desired length. Something that I wanted to mention, you can remove all your markers as you go now, except the main marker, because you don't gonna need them anymore. So once you do your 3 round with this color, and then you bring the white up, you do those 2 rounds. Remember to do it exactly as I showed you in the beginning, how to do it in here. That way you have this nice and even, you see, don't look one up one down like it usually does. And once you finish with the white, you will cut the white and you weave it in the back as I show you right now. In one strand you pass it in between the needles and the other one you don't, and so on. You will do that with the white once you finish. So I'll do all that. Once I have my 8.5 inches, I will meet you here. Here I have my 8.5 inches exactly. In total 34 rounds, sorry. 34, 32 is in here. But I don't have any more space to add more, so in total 34 rounds. I've done the graph like this. I realized that after. So 34 round from here, not the border, the 1 by 1 rib, yes, from the first netted round. So now I'm gonna do decrease. So in 35 I'm gonna do 2 together, 2 together, 2 together. In 36 I'm gonna knit all the stitches, and in 37 I will do 2 together, 2 together. I will cut a strand long enough to pass through those stitches that I will have left, and then I will pass it twice and will feed it to the inside. I will lose the tails and I will have the hat. So you're gonna loose all these ends, secure them. All these, and even that I weave it in here, I had to secure them really well. And these ones. And look at the strands are all even in the inside, so they have a nice stretch. So this tail in here, the first one, what I'm gonna do with this one, after I fold the brim like this, I'm gonna do one stitch in here to secure that one, the fold, that way it's always like this. And then when I put the handmade tag in the front, I'll put it right through the 2 layers. That way when William put this hat on, these don't come undone, and it's nice and warm around his ear. So I will do all those finishing touches, and I will show you the end result. So this is leftover of the white. I already used the white before this, and this is the leftover of that. And this one I hardly use any. I remember I used at the beginning the leftover of the first hat. That means with 2 of these balls you can do 2 hats and a neck warmer. I may do a neck warmer just with this color, and that way he can put it on either with the pumpkin hat or this one. Well, this is the end result, and I absolutely love the way this hat looks. They all fit perfectly on William's head. Remember this foam head, they are not as full in the back like a real person. When I put these hats on William, they look perfect. It's his perfect size. And then a few lately for him. But this one was a special request from him. So I know he's gonna absolutely love this when he come back from school. And I hope you guys like it, and give it a thumbs up and give it a try. And subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber, and if you make any of my hats and you want to send me some picture, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Ne Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Ruby Ne Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family. That way you help me grow here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.